Thanks, Vito. That was fantastic. You took more time than you were allocated, but I think it was... Now, at least everybody sits in this room and knows the building. There's no denying. We now know the building. So now we're going to get the 4 architects, one by one, and they're going to show us how much they respect the building and what they're going to do with the building. So it's going to be interesting. Can I ask our technician to upload number 1, which is the number 1 presentation? You're not a technician, but we do. So I think the architects can go straight forward to what the building's going to be rather than going into the history of the building. We've got that. Stefan Krumen of Terry Pedals.
Please wait.
Oh, we have some.
Mất tỉnh các tôn tôi. Sơn tí nó có.
Sorry, please.
Có phải sử dụng. Có sơn tí nó thôi.
最後嗰排仲有
嗰度啊，嗰度仲有。
Is everybody in nice?
No, okay.
Finished? Start? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Stefan Kumek from TFP Barrels, and as my name might give away, I'm German, and my accent. And hence maybe a little bit partial as far as the value of the building is concerned. And you know, what Bauhaus did for us, and how it kind of was an important step in modern architecture. And we feel that that is something which is worthwhile preserving. I've been in Hong Kong for 20 years. One of the things I love in Hong Kong is the vibrancy, the variety, the different cultures coming together. And I feel as a city we need to compete with other cities in Asia, such as Singapore, Shanghai. And what they have, I think, ahead of us is some more respect for the historic architecture. They have retained neighborhoods with historic architecture, and I feel that's what we're lacking here. And that's why I feel Central Market gives a great opportunity, because here we've got a very important square in the city where we can maybe reinstate some of the tradition and create that variety and make Hong Kong a more exciting place. And that's really what our scheme is about. We try to retain the building. We try to reinstate some of the elements, as we just learned about. But we're also making a few amendments to the building, because one of the challenges we feel with the building is that it's fairly inwards looking, and we want to open it up more to the people around the building, particularly on street level. We've already been speaking about that very prominent feature. We've heard about these kind of heritage characteristics which we meant to retain, and one of them is this very linear expression of the building, which partially has been lost, as we've heard, particularly at the end elevations where the footbridge is connecting into it. But at the sides, it's still retained to a large extent. We also like the way the windows are subdivided and how it's open at the top. We think that can be built on. We should try to retain that or replace that. So that horizontal expression and the fins we want to keep. And also we feel that the roofscape should be largely reinstated, and the canopy, how it's wrapping around the ends of the building, should also be put back in place. We do feel there may be some opportunities to make the building a little bit more exciting, work a little bit better for us, and we think that is also in line with the spirit of what Bauhaus and what the style of the architecture at the time was. One interesting aspect of the building is that Queen Victoria Street there's an opportunity there to turn it into a pedestrian street. And that's why we feel that that's one side where we're trying to open the building up more to the pedestrian street, and also that's the only element where we've really introduced this green wall, which again is part of our brief. Because we felt that it was an inviting gesture for people to come down Queen Victoria Street. It's also the only wall which is facing south, where the green walls can actually, where they have a chance to grow. So that leads you into the street. We've got this idea of introducing a slightly colored pattern for the glass Montreal. For those of you who know him, he's been also part of the Bauhaus movement. And this idea of maybe going from sort of the urban mountain sides to the seaside and reflecting that somehow in the building, that is one thing we've introduced. That's a photo from 1930s, by the way, and often in Victoria Street. So you can see how a busy street that was. There was always a market here for a long time, but the current building has not been built yet at that time. Then we've made some minor alterations around the perimeter of the building. This is the Rue Road, and lots of people coming here from Central, very congested area. That's the only area where we've really been opening up the building a bit and created a more positive entrance for people to flow in. We've also learned that we've got kind of two dead-end scenarios here in the building, and to invite people into the building and to make it more permeable, we feel that would be a good move. Here you can see the entrance now, how it would present itself and how it would invite people to go into this lower level. Oh yes. We also feel that in Hong Kong we are inspiring to livelihood and expression, and we think that could be achieved just by very simple means, like some lighting. So if we want to be a little bit louder at certain times of the year, maybe then that could be done by just introducing some lighting features. Now in the diagonally opposite corner on Queen's Road East, again the elevation has been very much altered from the initial concept. There was an extension